going on, everybody? Good evening, and welcome to another episode of Ska Talk with Mr. Kingpin. It is my great pleasure to have with us tonight the homie, Jeremy Peña from the Bandulus.
Yo. What up?
Hey, what's going on, man?
Not much, man.
It's been a minute.
It has been a minute, man. It's been what? A couple years since we played Dallas. Yeah, it's been I can't even think of. Was it 2018? Did we go down there?
Oh 2018? Gosh, we played a checkered past, right?
That's right. Yeah, at the wine bar.
That's right. We talked about the wine bar last week too.
Oh, word.
Because I mean, a wine bar that is mod and ska themed.
How about that?
It's the best.
It is, man. And they have their own vineyard there, right? Like they're doing the whole thing.
Yeah, they do the whole thing. Yep.
They're producing it all, man.
Man.
As I was telling you earlier, I work in wine, so I appreciate that art.
You have
it's definitely an art to it, man.
Wine and ska. So welcome to Wine Talk. This is
I got a lovely Pinot Noir that we will be talking about today.
So first question is, how dare you?
Yeah. How dare I?
How dare you move?
Oh, I know. Yeah. Yeah, man. Texas was getting too hot, man. You know how it is. You got summer, more summer, and even hotter summer, and then it gets cold as hell.
for a day or two.
Yeah, for a day or two. That's true.
Oh, man. We lost you to
the cooler temperatures.
Cooler.
Yeah. I live at 500 feet now, man. 510 feet above sea level.
Uh-oh, did I lose you?
Oh, did you? I don't know.
Uh-oh.
I'm here. I see you.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, weird.
No, that was on my end. Sorry, you got frozen for a second.
Yeah. All good.
Yeah, man. Well, how is life treating you up in the Pacific Northwest?
Good, man. Good. It's been a trip up there. I'm still working, pretty much 9 to actually more like 7 to 5. So I got my 410s. Still have the band, even though we haven't been playing, for the last year because of all the restrictions and stuff. In fact, they even put on more restrictions today, but we're surging a little bit, of course. But
really?
Unfortunately, hopefully it'll calm down. But they put restrictions on mainly restaurants for like the next 3 weeks, so you can't eat out or anything, just take out or dine in. I should say you can't dine in, But yeah, man, life up here has been great, man. It's been nice. Leah joined me a couple years ago, moved up here, and the Bandulus have been just killing it for me. And pretty soon, our own Maria Salazar will be joining us up here. So I'm super excited.
You're just slowly pulling everybody.
Man. Yeah, I'm excited to have my OG guy back in the band, man. I'm super excited. I'm stoked for him too, because they're doing big things, just trying to not spend their entire life in one state.
Hey, man.
Oh yeah, you know how it is.
I know, it's fun. It's try different places. I've lived in Chicago, New York.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, it's up.
So we got some people saying hello out here. Chad Roger. Tazy Phillips, what's up?
Yo.
Jen Swartz, thanks for
Parade.
Yep, Ska Parade. We got Alex Wright.
Yo, Lexicons, that's my brother right there.
That's right.
Yeah.
So if you guys are watching this, please share and like so that we can get more people involved in the Ska Talk every week. Well, before we start, I just wanted to do a quick little summary of some ska news.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna playing the news music.
Ah, there it is.
Welcome to Ska News. This is your host, Johnny Bravo here. Okay, enough of that. So here's what we got. The Prize Fighters from Minneapolis, a really awesome trad and rocksteady band. They're on episode 2 of their mini-series, The Prize Fighters Take Threes, live at the Future Condo. Did you check out last week's?
I didn't get to see it, but man, I saw some of one today, and man, the production on that is fucking beautiful.
I know, right? So yeah, they got today's the second episode, so the third episode airs next week, and then they'll release it on Bandcamp for Bandcamp Friday on the 7th.
Smart. That's dope, man.
So speaking of which, Bandcamp Friday is on May 7th, which is
that's a week from today.
So hurry up and get something out there.
Right?
There's your guitar in the back. Just
I know.
Do some little acoustic stuff in.
I could put a DJ set up there, maybe.
So for those that don't know, Bandcamp Friday is because of the pandemic and everything. Bandcamp makes these one day a month where the artist receives the whole price of what you sell, and they don't take their cut. So
super dope of them. Yeah,
it's pretty cool. They've been doing it all year. So they did it last year, and they've continued doing it.
Yeah.
All right. Horn Pub podcast has a new episode of Things I Can't Forget. And this is a collaboration between the Slackers and Horn Pod, a ska podcast. So if you guys check that out, I'm gonna throw a link. And please don't leave our podcast. But when you're done, you can go check out that one. And the Slackers, they got into the podcast game.
Right? Is it that? So is it the new one, the third one? Because I've heard 3 of them so far.
Yes.
Yeah, that's an excellent podcast. Some stuff there didn't know anything about. It's nice to see an insight.
I heard the first one, and it was really.
Oh yeah.
The first one was super interesting.
Yeah.
And just the way the delivery, like they did really good with it. Mm-hmm. I can hear Vic talk about stuff.
Dude, listen all day.
I know, right? And let's see, while we're talking about streaming, Jump Up had a post out there today that the Scotch Bonnets from the DC area, they're doing a live stream extravaganza this Sunday, May 2nd. So they're selling tickets for it. It's on Bandcamp. It's only $6. And you get the live stream of what you're going to get is they're going to record live, like do a set live, and then you'll get access to the raw recording and the I guess produced version. So you'll be watching them record live streaming, and then you get the album after that.
Oh yeah.
So throwing the link out there for you guys for that. Yes, Jen, he can talk all day. And we're here for it. And then this is really cool. I don't know if anybody caught this today, but Too Much Pressure, their 40th anniversary reissue hit the charts. So in 2021, The Selector hit the UK charts, #1 vinyl album.
Yeah, that's wild.
#1 independent album, and number 24 in the official UK album chart.
I didn't see that.
That's
wild.
Via their Facebook page. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, man.
I mean, Two Tone is still very much alive and well.
Yeah, dude. It seems to be a resurgence, huh?
And one last item here I thought was really neat. Trojan Records official. Have you seen what they did? So it's on May 1st, 2021 marked the 50th anniversary of the reggae hit Double Barrel.
Oh, word.
Reaching number
David
one
Ansel.
in the official UK chart. So the anthem was Trojan Records' very first number one single. So David Barker and Ansel Collins, they salute them for making history with that masterpiece. And they made an animated video, which is now the official video.
Oh, cool.
For Double Barrel. And so they did kind of like a semi-animated thing. It's pretty neat. And I'm dropping that in the comments for you guys. So that is the Ska News.
Ska News with Mr. Kingpin.
Let's get on to the real stuff now.
Word.
And thank you for everybody that's checking us out right now. Make sure you share the video on your timeline there. Get more people in. So, Jeremy.
Yes, sir.
Tell me all of it.
Let's see, man. Where do we begin?
Well, let's begin at the beginning.
Hey, how about that? That's a good idea.
How on earth did you get into ska?
Well, let's see. It came through the form of, I would say probably NoFX. Yeah, for sure. Like the first record I got was the record where he's molesting a sheep on the cover. I can't remember the name
I
of
know.
it. But it was that one. And, you know, they had like
Heavy Petting.
a couple of, Heavy Petting Zoo. There you go.
Yeah.
And then I also got, I guess I got it. I don't know if it was So Long Thanks for the Shoes. Maybe I think I got them like within the same week or something. It was like a couple years after they already came out, or I can't really remember actually. But just like hearing, you know, I was like, oh, I love the punk rock, but like, what are they doing on these three measures? Or, you know, or what are they doing in this one song on, you know, finally a friend showed me like, Give 'em the Boot. And then I'll Give 'em a Boot. Of course, the Slackers was on that. So like, I kind of skipped past that one because back then, you know, you're like a kid and you're just like the fast stuff. You want to rage a little bit. And, but, you know, came back around, you know, later on to the traditional stuff, obviously. But through NoFX basically, and the movie SLC Punk. There was like a Prince Buster little clip of Too Hot, you know.
Oh, right on.
And I was like, oh, what is that? You know, that's like the real stuff. You know, I didn't know anything about the old school Jamaican stuff back then. So
I think the first song I ever remember hearing from NoFX when I was like aware of a band called NoFX was Kill All the White Man.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I didn't even know they were a punk band. I just remember hearing that song first.
Yeah, I knew of the compilations before I knew of NoFX, like the Fat Music for Fat People.
Yeah.
All the, you know, all the different volumes they had there. But yeah, that's
so,
what a tune.
So you find out about this music and what, you start
well at first
going to shows or what's up?
No, at first I was just like I wanted to be like the Suicide Machines, you know. I was more worried about our first band in high school, me and my buddy TJ and our homie Duncan, we tried to be like, well, we were more like just like covering stuff and trying to figure it out before we meeting our other homie James, and we like completely turned a corner there because James was like front man, kind of like Jason Navarro, you know, just in the fucking in your face, Big D style, even like doing all that. Yeah. So like we wanted to be like that for a minute.
You need to pull out those camcorder tapes.
Oh man, I got one DVD that a friend of ours put together, but man, all that is such a blur. I'm messing a lot, like just like scrambling it all together.
What year is this? What year are we talking here?
We're talking 2000. All right, so Captain Bring Down was like 2001, maybe probably more like 2002 to 2005.
Okay.
Yeah, I would say.
Making me feel old, but that's cool.
Yeah.
You know? You were in high school.
I graduated in 2001.
Okay.
And so, yeah. But But so yeah, I would say 2002 to 2005, that band existed. And then we would open up for the Stingers at the time, and eventually Los Carnales. And I was like, man, that's what I really, the love for the old stuff started coming back from all the Stinger shows. Cause man, I swear they used to play every 2 weeks at Flamingo Cantina. And,
Wow.
and yeah, dude, they would sell it out too. You know, those days I was under 21. They would just give you the big X's and let you go in. And yeah, dude, like those were a lot of fun back then.
How
and,
fortunate to be there at that time. So what was like, was there a pretty strong ska scene at that point?
Yeah, man. I mean, Flamingo always had, you know, for those of you guys that don't know, Flamingo Cantina in Austin, they've been home of reggae. You know, they've been supporting reggae since I think 1989. They opened October of 1989. And like just that spot, you know, like the Sky is Dead tour back in like the Streetlight Manifesto and the Toasters and stuff like that would come through. Voodoo Glow Skulls would always come through, and they would either play there, and then of course there's emos. You know, Austin just had an amazing, you know, Austin was the live music capital of the world, you know, so like of course they had an amazing array of punk and ska come through all the time. But it was more ska punk back then, you know, like other than the Slackers. And then luckily being local to Austin, the Stingers, and the very rare Sound Patrol, those were great shows. Like they would all three match up with Los Carnales, you know, and dude, those are some life-changing nights right there. It's like, all right, I'm done with my distortion pedal, bro. I'm moving on, man. I'm gonna get me a hollow body.
Man, but, Los Carnales, though, man, they've just been around for so long.
Yeah.
Like, I remember them on Moon compilations, like that 100% Latin ska comp.
Totally. Those Pinche Flojo records or whatever. Compilations that came out, and dude. So yeah, like I remember listening to them for the first time in high school, and then a couple years later, getting to open up for them. And then in 2006, I got to become their guitar player. So like that was like, I was like, what? You know, that was just, and that was a great. I was only in the band for 8 months before we basically broke up, and that next year in 2007, I believe it was. And but basically, right at the end of that. Los Carnales and Hub City Stompers had this week-long tour we had planned, but the band ends up breaking up, and we didn't want to lose the dates. So Ryan really got his band together, and he had already had a demo out, or not a demo between the friends, and had me come and join him, and that's when the Trenchtown Texans started, because we were like, yo, we got this tour dates. We can, you know, it had the 3 Floors of Sky in Hollywood on it. We were playing like, you know, cool shows with the Hub City Stompers for an entire week. So that was right before Dirty Jersey came out.
Oh man.
Yeah. Back in those days.
I might've gone to, I was thinking I might've seen that show in Houston, because at the time Hub City wasn't coming to Dallas yet.
Oh yeah.
But now that I think about it, Los Carnales were on that show, so I don't think it
so
was that
would
one.
have been before that would. Yeah, so those were like the weekenders that they used to do.
Yeah,
they would come down and do the Austin, San Antonio, and Dallas weekenders back in, was that 06, 07, and then that was about the time that Scarnales broke up. And
man,
yeah.
So you got to go full circle with Los Carnales.
Yeah, how about that? And and now the Stingers, because we were supposed to, you know, we did that little reunion. I got them to reunite and come up to the West Coast and play their very first show on the West Coast ever. And so that was a fun couple of nights, and I kind of became an honorary member. Johnny just like, all right, you're just in the band now. So he hooked me up, and I was playing all the stick parts, but then unfortunately right before the show happened, Johnny's mother-in-law broke her hip, so he couldn't actually come and make the show. So I ended up just stepping in and playing all of Johnny's parts.
Oh wow.
And having to sing a couple of the tunes as well. So that was that was a trip to play 2 Stinger shows without Johnny. but we had all the OGs, Pat Kelly was here, Miguel, Harvey, and Billy Gagan, and of course Wayne, man. And then since Mario was up for the weekend, Mario ended up stepping in and playing with us. And
oh wow,
so
that's pretty awesome.
Yeah,
and then you guys were supposed to go to
London, play the Freedom
right?
Sounds. Well,
Europe?
we were supposed to go to Germany, to Cologne, and play Freedom Sounds, and that was last April. Supposed to be last April, and ended up everything locking down obviously in March. And and we released an album back in January, right before all that. So we were gearing up to do Texas, but we were trying to do the Midwest for a weekend, try to go out there, and then hopefully the East Coast as well. But
Man.
That's what happens when you can't. All you can do is hope that it happens next year, right?
Yep. We just have to accept the reality we're in right now, right, and hope for the best. Totally. As people, as we start moving towards the herd immunity.
Yeah, man. Well, yeah, even with Texas being all open, like it seems like y'all's cases has been going down a little bit, right?
Yeah, man. They got us.
Isn't that wild?
They opened it up to lick doorknobs down here, so we're like, it's like the Wild West.
Yeah.
So, and I don't know why cases are going down, quite frankly, but
yeah, that's crazy.
Hey, we just some shout outs here. Danny Raddick saying, "What's up?"
What up, Danny?
Ryan Parker from Austin.
Parker, I've known Parker since I was like right out of high school. I've known him damn near probably 20 years at this point.
He's on top of things over there.
Yeah. He's seen me grow up, I should say.
And he says that we miss Jeremy here.
Yeah. I miss the food for sure, and I miss all the homies, man. Miss the tacos.
I bet you don't. Bro. I bet you don't miss trying to leave 6th Street at 2:30 in the morning.
No, dude, no. I don't miss hauling my amp a half a block because I can't get a closer spot to park. I do not miss that. No.
I mean, we played with you guys like a half a dozen times in Austin, and every time it's just, man, it's crazy.
It is. The things I've seen in that alley.
I know, right?
Wow.
Shout out to Flamingo Cantina.
Yeah,
I know they're keeping.
Big up, Angela.
They're still going. They're still surviving through all this, and I know they've been doing like a live stream sets and stuff like that. So
yeah, which I've been catching those, man. That production on there and the sound on there is insane. It's so good.
Yep. So Smoke and Mirror Sound System, what's up?
Big up, John. What up, John?
Oh no, Esteban's in here.
Of course. Of course.
Rocksteady Steph. You're not late. You're just in time, Rocksteady Steph.
Yeah.
From Kung Fu Sound System.
Catch the first few minutes on the repeat.
Hey man, you guys got to get to Supernova, bro.
Dude, I know. I want to really bad, and I want to go this year. But it's on. It's the weekend of my daughter's birthday, and she's actually. I think she'll be moving. She's going to college this fall. So yeah, my oldest daughter is 18, going to be going to college this fall down in Corvallis, where Esteban's living right now. But
isn't that mind blowing?
Oh, dude!
When your kids are doing those things.
All you do is blink, and then all of a sudden they're done, And especially in this COVID era, they're here the whole time, but like the school is over like that. Like they're just, I don't know. It's insane.
We just spent today part of the afternoon buying my son's first car.
Oh, hey, congrats.
So we did it the futuristic way on Carvana.
Oh, really? Nice.
This podcast is not sponsored by Carvana. I wish it was, though.
Yeah, get that the Carvana money.
Holy
man.
crap.
Get that Carvana money.
I wanted to go to do you know what it is?
Yeah, we've seen them on the highway when we were down in when we did the Skylights tour last year.
Okay.
I saw one for the first time in between LA and San Diego.
It's crazy.
Like, oh,
it's like a carousel.
Machine.
Yeah, it's a vending machine of cars.
Yeah.
But they charge you like $400 or I don't know. They charge you something to go get it from the vending machine. So they're just I don't know.
That's a lot of quarters, bro.
Anyway,
that's a lot of quarters.
so yeah, man. My kid's about to be 20, so it's just like I don't feel like I have a 20-year-old.
It's insane. I still feel 20.
Yep. Age is it's about how you feel.
Yeah.
Not the way you look.
Yeah.
So how did the Bandulus get started?
Okay, so after Scarnales broke up, you started the Trenchtown Texans, and we did me and Ryan and Beans, and first it was our buddy blanking on his name. It was our homie Beans' homie Thomas. There you go, Thomas playing bass, and then eventually Adam Castaneda took over for Thomas. And we kind of had a couple of horn players, but we did that band for a couple of years, did a Megalith record and did a couple more records in 2011. But so Ryan ended up getting a job at the zoo in Houston. He became at first he was just volunteering, and then all of a sudden they gave him a job, basically being a herpetologist. So taking care of all the alligators and the frogs and, and the turtles and everything. Yeah, man. So he was working at the zoo pretty hardcore. So ended up the shows and stuff we weren't really playing as much, we kind of started slacking off on our shows and stuff. So I was just like always wanting to put out my own single record. I didn't really think that I was going to have my band and lead my own band for so long. But I started collecting these tunes, I was playing them with Scroggins, and eventually had enough for my own record. And I just kind of drafted everybody that I knew from the scene. Pat, knowing Pat Kelly for so long, I was like, want him to play drums. Obviously, he's an amazing reggae drummer, amazing ska drummer, does everything.
He's the guy, I think, like here in Texas, man.
Oh yeah, man, he really is. And then not only that, but phenomenal keyboard player, So he did a lot of piano and keys on my first record as well. But with him and then Willie Camaro, who was playing bass for the Stingers, they were like, "Oh, these are good songs, man. I think we can really make a good record." So we ended up getting that record together, and luckily, just by coincidence, I was getting to know Vic at the time through our tours with Hub City Stompers and stuff. I went to play up at the Asbury Lanes one night, and I was up there for the Nuno. Nuno had the weekenders with the scooter rally, So I went up there 2 years in a row. 1 year with the Trenchtown played, and the next year I just went up by myself and hung out. And anyway, we were hanging out, and then all of a sudden Vic and his girlfriend at the time came in and started bowling. So I ended up hitting it off with Vic fairly well. And whenever I was making my record later, maybe 6 months later, Vic hit me up and was like, "Hey man, I want to do a tour of Texas and all the way to New Orleans. Can you help me out with some dates?" And so I ended up getting them some dates, and at the same time getting them in the studio to record 5 songs.
Heck yeah.
And
that's how that works.
Sing a couple of tunes on it, and yeah, man. And so it just kind of all fell into place for me. And eventually I met Matt Jacobs, who was my keyboard player for a long time down in Texas. And yeah, he was like, between Matt and Pat and Willie, they were like super just encouraging, man, because I wasn't that much of a front man yet. I kind of just sang on the side, and I wasn't really, I guess I was comfortable with it, but I was
You were still
just
finding
learning.
your
Yeah, exactly. Finding out what I want. I just mainly wanted to play rhythm guitar. I don't even care, you know. I just want to play rhythm guitar, maybe a couple leads here and there. But yeah, so they were really encouraging to just be like, yo, man, this should be like a live band, actually play shows and stuff. So at the same time, Matt he was booking for Flamingo Cantina and was like, yo, the Agrolites are coming through July 4th. You know, do you want to see the Bandulus play a set? You know, I was like, oh man, yeah, man, I think we can pull together a set, you know. So
that's actually the best way to get your act together,
right,
and get your set list tight.
Yeah, and our second show ever was with the Scatolites. So like, it was just like, yeah, just having that in at Flamingo with Matt being the booker and knowing Angela so well, you know, and they were just all encouraging, you know. So right. I was spoiled, to say the least.
I mean, you put the work in.
Yeah, I did, but totally.
Yeah, you did put the work in. Like you've been around.
Yeah,
so.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, man. So
don't sell yourself short, man.
I appreciate that.
Sometimes it is about who you know, and that it definitely helps.
So yeah, man. All the puzzle pieces came together. So that's basically how the band just started. And even though Pat couldn't be my full-time drummer, we had a buddy who was playing congas with us, Vicente, and Vicente was a hell of a ska and reggae drummer. So he just swapped over and just kind of had that going for a bit. And we would only play shows like once every 3 months in the beginning. So it wasn't until 2009 I met all my San Antonio guys.
Right on.
That's when I really solidified a touring group, because before I would actually just I would fly to San Diego and get the Amalgamated to back me up.
Oh wow.
and have those guys like play for like 4 or 5, or probably just like 3 or 4 nights. And I would do that a couple times a year. And then when I go to New York, I would just go by myself, and I would end up playing the Move Your Mule nights that Agent J would have over there with Rata and Pinto. They had a DJ night every Thursday for years, and then in the back at Otto's.
Okay, at Otto's.
Yeah. In the back of the Otto's, there's a stage. So while they're DJing in the front, there's a show going on in the back. And once one of those nights, I played with Vic and Happy, and they did like a little Sick and Mad thing, and Kepi Guli.
Oh wow.
So it was kind of more of a just an acoustic kind of thing, and acoustic hang, because I would just play by myself with, over there. And then eventually I got met up Sammy K, and I met him the first time I ever came up. He was like Django's assistant when we were staying with Hub City, and they took us over to Version City, and we got to meet Django, and there's Sammy raking up the leaves. Like, Sammy, make sure you clean all this up. I remember him yelling at him. But yeah, man.
That's I know the lineup I met you guys and got to see you guys was with all the San Antonio folks, I think.
Yeah, man. So that kind of came together because I couldn't tour with my with Willie, couldn't really tour, and Vicente is a working musician, so like I can't afford, like, Scott don't pay the bills, so so I ended up say it again
for all the people in the back.
Yeah, Scott don't pay the bills. That's why I got that Monday through Thursday.
That's right.
But yeah, so I became friends with all the cats down there through River City All Stars. Started about that time, but before River City, he had rest in peace, Vincent. What was his the Echo Squad?
Yeah.
And so Echo Squad, they would come up and play with at all the different shows at Flamingo, and we would go down there. They used to have the ska explosion at Sam's Burger Joint in the early days, but
I tried to get on one of those once, I think.
Yeah, man, they were amazing shows, dude. Like 500 kids would show up. It would be like sold out, like and then Sam's, of course, had amazing burgers. Like,
yeah.
But
So then eventually you guys become the elder statesmen of the Austin scene.
yeah, dude, just like that. Because in 08, that's when the Stingers kind of Johnny ended up moving back to Queens, and yeah, that they were like the main thing in town forever. There's always been the Mau Mau Chaplains, but and a couple other bands, but yeah, we were like the only ones really doing just ska at the time. And Billy had Contra Coup. Billy, who before the Contra Coup,
I don't
those
know.
records. They were 5 Ton Chicken beforehand, and then Contra Coup. It's basically Billy, who played in the Stingers, with Willie on bass.
Okay.
So that's another amalgamation of the Dulus and the Stingers getting together. But
wow. Yeah, I hadn't heard of that one.
Yeah, but anyway, yeah, in 2009, we the River City All Stars, we were talking about going on tour together, but I was like, well, I need this and this. Can I use your drummer, your bass player, and your guitar player, where I met Mario Salazar.
Yeah. Well,
So,
that's
yeah.
I mean, it seems like that's a pretty common thing that happens around that area too.
Mm-hmm.
Like band members are in multiple projects and jumping back and forth.
Yeah, totally.
So, I mean, because Austin is, and I guess San Antonio is not very far. I think it'd be the same as Dallas to Fort Worth.
Right.
So, and it's a music town, or it's known as a music town. So
totally.
Yeah.
Totally. So yeah, man. So that's how I hooked up with those guys, man.
So you got like, let's see, you have 3 albums.
Yeah, I have 3 albums. I have a 4th one that's basically done. We're going to be working on it. Soon.
That's your MO.
As soon as we can, right?
That's your MO. You always have a full album just sitting there waiting.
Well, the reason I have this one waiting, because I with the San Antonio guys, we went and played the Fistful of Ska, and then after that we headed straight to Brooklyn and recorded a Daptone,
Yeah.
And then basically a year later I moved to Oregon. So it kind of just put that whole move just put everything on the back burner. So I ended up lapping myself because I ended up having all these new songs. We wanted to get them done. I got the new band up here. So that's what Love a Woman ended up being.
So Love a Woman was the Daptone sessions?
No, Love a Woman was a whole, basically lapped all the Daptone sessions. So the Daptone stuff we're starting to work on. I actually just talking to Brett today, getting the WAV files and trying to figure out when we can get everything done, man.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I feel like we heard about this 5 years ago.
For sure. Just because of I don't have I didn't have the recording capabilities, so until recently.
Right.
But and it wasn't as shared, how easy it is nowadays, man. Between me, Esteban, and Mario, we've been writing a whole brand new album, so that's a whole nother thing gonna happen eventually. But yeah, man.
I can't even imagine what the 3 of you together is gonna what you guys are gonna put out.
Yeah, man, those songs are sounding good, man. I'm excited about them for sure. It's nice and refreshing to get just new ideas from Esteban was like, hey man, what do you think of this? And just throw me something, and it'll just spark something, and then Mario would put his magic on it. And,
I know what you're talking about, man. Esteban's got a very musical mind.
Yeah.
Those
guys.
He really polished up all the songs on my album. I just came in with these raw ideas. Here's the verse, here's the chorus, here's the lyrics, and this is how I sing it. And then it just in a day we just hammered out all the all the road maps.
Right. And that's basically me. I'm over here in my voice memo. Hey, Esteban, can you do this and this and this? Hey, you're gonna have to make a beat and everything, So he's over there making the drums and putting it all together. Man, yeah, what a homie.
Yeah, right. So
what a guy to have in your corner.
What was it like having to release a new album in the middle of a pandemic?
And well, it was weird, man, because actually we were lucky enough to get the whole pre-sale thing going. Basically right before we went on tour with the Scottalites, which was November. So that's what, 4 months before it shut down.
Yep.
And I got all the copies like the week of like November 1st. And because we played with the Stingers the first week of November here, and I was able to do a soft record party, you know, but really focusing on the reunion. So we were lucky enough to like sell everything and kind of just basically start the promotion for what the year's going to be, set up a tour. And so we got all the copies out, and it was more just, I don't know. I feel lucky that I guess everybody heard. I guess really, if you think about it, had we put it out after the pandemic had started, maybe even more people would hear it. I don't know. I guess you could make that argument, but
I mean, yeah, whereas I think people were starving or still are. Yeah,
that's true. So I don't know. I feel like we were like, it just felt like every other release that we've had, you know. The only difference is like now I got all this merch that I made for the road. And it's not, you know, it's just sitting in my closet and not on a table, and then other people's closets and other people's record shelves.
So on May 7th, Bandcamp Friday.
There you are, right there. They are on Bandcamp. You can get all that stuff on Bandcamp.
Bandcamp merch, T-shirts, everything.
Man, yeah, that's what we missed, that live, that merch table at the back of the room, man. That's where we moved all our product, but yeah, man. So it just felt, it kind of just felt normal because we were just basically iced out of the gigs. Yeah, you know. So like the record release didn't feel any different than the other ones.
And it feels like it also kind of came out in different avenues.
Right, because I hooked, I let Chuck put it out on a cassette. Yeah, cassette store day.
I remember that.
And that was the only way you can get it until we put it out ourselves. Because I ended up doing everything ourselves. We did it all ourselves between me and Curtis and the whole gang. Right. You know, everybody pitching in and not taking any money after the shows and
just I mean, you know, and I think the album is spectacular. First of all,
thank you, man. Thank you.
Yeah, I think did you guys do a crowdfunding?
No.
Or I must have just done, maybe you guys did a pre-order or something, but.
Yeah, I did a pre-order and.
Cause I remember I got it early and, or I ordered it early, but yeah, it's really good. I like how you kind of split up the vocal duties a little bit on this one.
Yeah, man.
So there's a little bit of everything on there.
Yeah, this one definitely has the ladies shining a lot more. Yeah, you know, they're doing a lot of the lifting, which is nice. So I'm able to, like, you know, and write tunes with call and responses, which is dope. And yeah, man.
And I actually, it was interesting getting to see that transition, because when I first saw you guys, it was you and the band. And then I think like a couple years or a year later, you started with the idea of having like the backup singers. It started off kind of like it was cool. It was like a soul band where you had like three.
Like a review style.
Yeah. So you had like, at one point you had like three vocalists.
Right. I had my sister and Leah. Leah's been with me for, man, over 10 years now. Yeah, more than 10 years. And other than it, well, she did go to New York for 3 years, you know, there in the middle. But my little sister also sang with us, and then Leah's homie Sarah was the other one. And what would happen is, like, we would just have a few songs that we wanted, you know, backing vocals on, and so they would be in the audience for the most of the show, and then they'd come up, sing a couple songs, and then get off the stage late. But eventually they stayed up there the whole time after just being homies with Leah, learning all the harmonies and doing all that, man. It was just fun times, man.
And now you've got you share the vocal duties with Leah and
Emma. Yeah, Emma is killer, man. She's got this big voice.
Oh my gosh, and big is an understatement.
Yeah,
no microphone required.
Right, man. She's got so much soul.
Yeah, powerful.
So it's a lot of fun, man. Yeah, and we have before COVID, we had our little Rocksteady brunch that we were doing up here once a month, which might come back soon.
You heard it here, folks.
Yeah. It might come back soon, but it might be more me DJing.
I enjoyed watching those, though. You would post them, I think.
Yeah, we did a couple lives.
You did a couple lives, right?
Yeah, like Facebook lives from there, like maybe a couple songs, and a lot of people would come and put up some videos.
Okay, yeah, because I saw a few of them, and it's really cool how well they translate to just like an acoustic guitar and three vocalists.
Yeah, man.
The songs translate, raw. And it's like just as awesome.
Yeah, man, it's a lot of fun. That's basically our rehearsal. We treat it like a rehearsal.
A paid rehearsal.
Yeah.
Kind of. So how was the transition from Austin to Oregon for you guys?
Oh man, it was great. I hit the ground running, bro. Like literally the first day that I got here. So I did the trip twice in 2 weeks from Austin to Oregon driving. So I drove up initially to drop off my wife because she had to get to her first day of work. She got the anchor, the anchor was casted when she got her job. So we were like, yo, we gotta be there by September. I think it was 24th. Something like that. And so I brought her up here. I flew back home, and Mario helped me load up a U-Haul with a car on a trailer. Came up here, and it took 3 days to get up here, about 37 hours. And the next day after we unloaded the U-Haul, that night we had a rehearsal with me, Morgan, and Curtis. And since Mario was in town, it was just us four. We just went and kind of, we didn't really have like a structured rehearsal thing. We just did a jam thing. But
you were already like, this was
I was plugged in. This was planned. When I got here, I was like, I can only move somewhere as long as I have people to play with and a band ready to go, So yeah, luckily I'd met Curtis through Sammy K on one of their tours with Tim Hildebrand.
Yep, the Fast Four.
The Fast Four when they came through. So they stayed at my house, and I hit it off with Curtis, And so I'd always wanted to leave Austin, always, since like always for real. Like I loved Austin, but I hated Austin. Like. So that's why you see Houston a lot in a lot of my tunes and stuff and associated with me, because that's where I kind of cut my teeth.
Right.
I had to go to but yeah. So I hit like just coming up here, like he has at the time had a studio where we recorded Love a Woman, and it was like, yo, you want to jam? Yeah, it was like, hell yeah, I want to jam. So like after 3 days,
smart man.
Yeah, it was either here or somewhere on the East Coast, but it snows too much on the East Coast.
Right.
But
and it's rainy. Is it really rainy all the time over there?
It is rainy all the time, but bro, I kind of look at it just the way there's like more usable days outside because the weather's so nice, like temperature wise. Even though it's rain, it's not like flash flood rain like in Texas, heavy ass thunderstorm rain. It's not like that. It hails, but it's like little bitty, like
so much rain that you had to write a song about it.
Yeah, that right. That's more. I was envisioning Texas during that one. I was thinking of all those Memorial Day floods down Lamar and all the dumpsters cruising down Lamar because it's a river.
Crazy.
But yeah, man.
Well, be careful, man. I heard there's like sparkly vampires in the woods over there, man.
Yeah, man. The Sasquatch will get you.
Chupacabra.
Yeah.
So, man, that's awesome. So during this year and a half, I've seen that you've done a fair amount of live streams, a lot of solo stuff, right?
Yeah, I started out with Leah doing a couple of just Facebook live streams down in the living room.
I like how she was like way in the back, you were way in the front, like social distancing was happening.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and then I more than that, I met up with Sean from Happy People. He's been awesome. Like a great partner to work with. He's released a few of our songs on his label, Happy People Records, and got us on David Rodigan and got us on the Charles what's his name? I can't remember his last name, but the Craig Charles Show. That's who it is. But I'm waiting on my copy to show up. Of that word. One. Nice. Which one? The Flash Flood, Dear Lord?
Yes.
Or the Love a Woman, yeah.
No, it's Love a Woman. Love a Woman.
Love a Woman, yeah. So we got, and then, Flash. Nice.
These are the ones I got in so far. Roger Rivas, Cold Damage, and Heavier Rock, and then The Loving Poppers.
Oh, yeah, I got that one. I got that one recently.
Playing, and I have the albums.
Right.
I have both these albums.
You got to have the 45 too, man.
I know, right? So yours should be coming anytime now.
Nice, man. I appreciate that.
That was cool. I was going to ask about that. That was it's pretty cool.
Yeah, man. I got a call just out of the blue, from Sean. Just hit me up on the Facebook Messenger app, just like cold called me, and I was like, hey, hello, is this a butt dial or something? But he was just like, hey man, would you, or maybe there was an email there. I think there was actually an email first. He hit me up on an email and was like, hey, who put out the Love a Woman album? Is there any way, would you like to license a couple tunes for me, And I was like, oh yeah, man, he's in London. Yeah, hell yeah. Please. And so, I just sent them the WAV files. He ended up putting it out. But anyway, he ended up just calling me one day and we hit it off too. Just like, just having conversation basically once a week now. But man, he put out that and he's got his own little record, the Pama International record 6 that he did entirely in quarantine, and it's all basically a bossa nova, like it's kind of like not bossa nova, sorry, it's like the drum machine from a B3, like and organ and vocals, and that's basically the whole record. And there's 3 instrumentals, and he asked me to do a song, and so I was like, yeah, man. He had all the lyrics and everything. He's just like, what can you do with this, kind of thing. And so I sent him back one, and then he ended up sending another. So I ended up voicing 2 songs for the new Pema International little quarantine record.
That's really cool, man.
Yeah. So yeah, we developed a pretty good relationship there. Well,
hopefully we'll see more of that too as it comes. Yeah. I'm glad that they did that stateside, because the shipping is just like ridiculous, right? So I'd imagine he's just like probably bulk sending supply over to somebody in Pennsylvania or something.
Yeah, I've actually volunteered to help out for the shipping of stuff. So so you might be getting some records from Portland.
From Portland instead.
Well, both. I was like, well, if you need to delegate some this way, I'm off on Fridays.
A lot of chatting in here. I can't keep up with it all, but everybody's digging it. Everybody's digging your music. They're talking about
thank you.
Reggae Fest. There's a whole thing about rain and thunderstorms going on here. Well, it's raining in Texas right now, so we can appreciate the man. Okay,
there's some sprinkles going on out there. So
speaking of England, there was this really cool thing that you helped me out on. I was tapped with helping find some bands for the ISO Fest for the Specialized project.
Oh yeah, that was fun.
Because they couldn't do the, like everything else, they couldn't do the real fest.
Right.
And man, you guys came through with just an amazing video.
Oh, thank you.
I was like, what? This is like cinematically shot.
Yeah. That's our homie Jess.
It was like anamorphic, and there was like lens flare, and
yeah.
It was like a full production. It sounded and looked amazing. I think you blew them away with that video. They couldn't believe it.
Man, yeah, that snowballed with Morgan again. Our buddy Morgan knows his friend Jess and Taylor, who shot everything, and then our buddy Hawkins recorded all the audio, and then later Jess married the audio to the video, and that came together real nicely. Man, I was stoked on it. We couldn't do, because at the time you could only have up to 6 households gather at once, and so it was October and trying to find a nice dry day in October and outside, so you got to gather outside, so we were trying to go with all the protocols at the time, and luckily my buddy Hawkins he was like, dude, you could do it at my place. He built a nice pergola. It was like, so we had a really cool visual, and then man, it all fell into place. I'm glad we got it. We just got it in on time, basically. Had that deadline.
Hold on 1 second.
Oh, no worries.
My camera just died. I don't know why. So let me flip over to another camera.
Okay. Oh yeah, I see it. I can see it on the feed here. What's up, y'all?
So, I'm not the important person here. You are. So let me just continue with the conversation, and then I can fix this when I can fix this. But right, are you guys planning to do any kind of live streaming as a band?
We are, but I'm not sure if I've got the go ahead to announce yet.
Oh, you probably don't. You don't.
Yeah. So I was like, we were invited to do something cool. So hopefully something cool and soon. So yeah, hopefully it
is cool, fruition. Guys. It's very cool. I know because I'm doing this thing. So he's got to tell me super secret information. We got to tease it.
Right.
But be looking for something.
Yeah, hopefully that'll come to fruition. Other than that, man, we got a lot of ideas for new projects, and hopefully we'll have up to 3 releases out in the next 2 years. That's like a hefty goal to do, but one of the records is almost completely done. Another one, we got like up to 19 songs, I think we counted up the other day, that we can record. And then I have like another little cool project that I want to work on with mostly female singers, and not even have me on it. And hopefully I can corral my mother and my sister to sing a couple of tunes. So it's another teaser, another to be so broad.
Yeah, that's really cool to make it a family affair.
Yeah, man.
And speaking of family. Oh, really?
The 3. Yeah, I'm the worst singer of the 3 for sure.
Oh, man. Well, I'll have to say this because it's just the truth, but the other day I heard the song that you wrote for your dad. And I watched that, and it was super touching.
Thank you, man. Yeah. I played everything on that, like all the drums and it, did it all at my brother's house. It was the first time I got to work with my brother as like a producer. So it's kind of cool.
You guys should definitely check that out on their YouTube page, as well as some of these other videos that we've been talking about. That ISO Fest video is up there too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So
yeah, man. Oh, Mother's Day's coming up, so it's I started writing that tune as a Mother's Day tune, actually, and it just kind of worked out for both parents, and then I got a chance to record it right when my pops passed away.
Yeah,
because I had to cruise down to Tucson to visit him right before It was right before and right after. I went to Tucson, I think twice in about 3 weeks. And so the second time I was there, I was able to record that with my brother and knock that out. That was good. It came out pretty good. I think I'll probably re-record it again, but it definitely captured the time.
Yeah, it was an amazing tribute for sure.
Yeah, thank you.
So back to the way that we're at right now with everything that's going on. How do you envision the touring going forward at least for you guys?
Yeah, hopefully. Well, I'm hoping that at least I think California cases are going down. There's still shows happening down there.
I know.
Obviously, we don't want to hopefully in the next year or so, whenever shows are actually a thing, I feel like bands of our caliber won't. Hopefully it won't affect us as much. Maybe it will with like the bigger venues, but like I think like because we always play those smaller bars, and I feel like small bars will always have bands come through. So hopefully I'm just trying to put some positivity out there to hopefully we'll get to play all of our little favorite dives when we get back out on the road. So but I don't know, man. It's kind of weird because there's a band that I like who sold out the Wonder Ballroom, which is like a 700 capacity room and they rescheduled it for October of this year, and they sold it out. So I'm like, how are they going to allow 600 people into this room when with social distancing is a thing? I was like, how is that even? So I feel like bands of a bigger caliber might have it tougher, but at the same time, they can also play outdoor fest. So I don't know, man. I'm like,
definitely outdoor seems like a safer thing. And obviously, like, look at all the festivals that are planting their flags for the fall. So
I'm hoping that we're able to get to the Freedom Sounds 2022. Hopefully that all happens because we're invited back there with the Stingers as well as Bandulus. So sweet. And then hopefully the London International Ska Fest next year as well. So it's a little bit of a couple of trips.
Man,
please get your shots so I can go to Europe for the first time. Jesus.
Come on, man. My man needs to get over there across the pond.
So, finally got it booked.
Yes, Colorado does have lovely outdoor venues.
Yo, so I want to play. We were going to go to Colorado last year. We were trying to figure all that out, man. I want to go down there so bad. We got some homies I got a friend that lives in Colorado Springs.
Oh yeah, I love Colorado Springs. I wanted to move there.
Oh really?
Yeah, man. But that was before. That was when in my single days. I wanted to move to Colorado, but
man,
still got some friends.
Nice.
Yeah. Did you ever go to Ska Brew?
I never got to go there. No, we did play the Trenchtown Texans. We played at that. Remember back in the day, they had the High Desert Ska Festival.
Yeah.
Back in the day, it was like right after Ska Weekend. Man, we're showing our age right now. Right after Ska Weekend in 2002 or whatever it was. The High Desert Ska Festival. We played it with 2.5 white guys. So, like, that was really the only venue I ever played up there was there. And we didn't even do Denver, I don't think. We just hung out in Denver.
Durango is just beautiful country.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
I bet it is.
And they have an outdoor stage at Ska Brewing.
Yeah.
That you just looking out at the mountains as you're playing music. It's amazing.
We did one of their shows. They did like a beer launch party in Houston one time, of all places. I don't know if they had one of their friends lived in Houston, and I don't know how that worked out, but it was a Ska Brewing event, and the Trenchtown Texans played that.
Oh, that's cool. That's I mean, you can buy Ska Brew at the store now.
Yeah,
here in Texas.
Right. That's right.
Right? Wine Man.
Yeah, that's right. I would see them at Specs because I also, worked in wine when I was back home. So I would see them at Specs. Man, I miss Specs, bro. Telling you what, man.
Hey, man, we got Specs right near my house now. And
dang.
which
Lucky.
is weird because where I live, they had the blue laws forever.
Oh, right. That's right. I remember those years.
Yeah, I'm in the suburbs, so you had to go to Dallas to buy liquor. So finally, they opened all that up, and now there's liquor.
Wow.
We got the liquor stores.
Wow.
Everywhere. Well, hey man, I want to thank you very much for hanging out with me and talking some ska. You got a couple events coming up here that we should bring up.
Oh yeah, man. So tomorrow, I'm spinning some records on the freeformportland.org, freeformportland.org, at 10 a.m. West Coast time. So for people in the Central Coast Central Standard Time is at noon, and then 1 o'clock on the East Coast. So tune in if you want to hear some reggae. My buddy Ross Clark Gregg, he's got a show on there called The Foundation Yard. So yeah, I'll be spinning some records.
I just put the post out there, or the link to that, and then you're actually gonna be on Twitch.
Yeah, which I don't even know what that was.
As of right now, he still doesn't have a Twitch account.
Yeah, so I'm gonna have to get that, and yeah, so I'm DJing that on my buddies they have a Twitch account, and they're doing this Twitch live stream on Sunday at I think starting at 1 o'clock here on the West Coast. But yeah, so we're just spinning reggae all weekend.
Man, well, yeah, look forward to catching some of that. And everybody, if you haven't already, please go grab this new album.
Please.
To Love a Woman. It is amazing. All your albums are amazing.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that.
I'm just glad when it finally hits an album, and it's songs that, like, oh, thank God, like, you've been playing this live for like a year and I finally have it.
Yo, the next one, it's going to be wild. You're going to be like, man, After Midnight, I wrote that 10 years ago. So like The Stars Above, man, that's a like 9-year-old song, but it's going to be brand new to everyone else.
That's right.
People that, so.
We just got to hear it first is all.
Mm-hmm. That's right. I've been touring on it for a long time and playing it at shows for forever. But yeah, man, excited to get to work and get some new stuff out there to the folks, and I appreciate all the support.
So you guys can check them out at the Bandulus on Facebook, Instagram, the Bandulus, and www.bandulus.com.
Yeah.
Please go help and support them.
Yeah,
get that merch on March 7th. No.
Yeah,
May 7th.
May 7th. Yeah.
Golly. What day is it even?
I don't know. I'm stuck in March of 2020, dog.
And you can catch me. I'm Johnny Bravo. You can catch me on all my social medias at Mr. Kingpin Ska. And if you like what you heard today, please like and share. Like and share,
y'all. Like and share. Big up, Johnny, man. Thank you so much for having me, bro.
All right, man. We will see you guys later next week. We have, ready for this? Queen P.
Queen P. Pew, 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 pew.
From Ocean 11.
Nice.
So, yes. I'm very excited to dig into some LA ska history with Queen P. So make sure to come back next Friday.
Yeah.
All right.
Tune in.
That's it.
All right, Holmes.
Show's over.
Yeah.
All right. What are you doing here, guys? Just go.
Exactly. All right. Peace.
Video